Hello everyone. This is Crimson Waves on the Emerald Sea. It's a free game I found on Steam, and it promised to have some sort of sapphic romance of a woman who had washed up on the shore. Um, it could be a Tommy kind of dating game, but I really do believe it's more sapphic than anything. We'll see how it is when we play this game. Um, it's going to be a little bit different here on the YouTube channel for this month because it's Pride Month. I normally will have my VODs from Twitch uploaded here on this channel, but for this month I really want to showcase games that I really haven't played on Twitch or on YouTube that's a little bit more LGBTQ. I can't wait. I really want to dive in and sink my teeth into it. Let's go ahead and dive in. Chapter 1. Psychics, and I did not catch that. Psychic Corner. Reconnect with loved ones across time and space. Can they really help me find her? Oh, monsieur. Are you by any chance in need of something? Perhaps searching for something? How do you know? My name is Carmilla. I see all. I know all. Come in. My next session is about to start. Okay. The darkened interior of the shop smells strongly of frankincense. At best, it's overwhelming. At worst, it's completely nauseating. Okay, I love this already. Really getting us immersed. A group of downtrodden townfolk and travelers are scattered around the room, keeping to themselves as a well-dressed man walks around talking to people. Hello there, young monsieur. So rare to see such a young child with us. May I ask why you're paying us a visit here today? I'm looking for my neighbor. She's my best friend in the world. Oh my, how sad. What has happened to her? About a week ago, she ran away from home and didn't tell me where or why. So now I'm looking for her. How noble of you, young monsieur. With Miss Camilla's aid, I'm sure you'll find her. Thank you. The gentleman walks away and starts conversing with a woman with a handkerchief in her hands for her tears. After a few moments, Miss Carmilla walks into the room and motions for us to follow her down a dark corridor into a candlelit chamber. Come, let us sit and show respect for the spirits here with us today. Spirits? Like ghosts? For today's session, I ask you all for patience and guidance. The spirits are all around us and sometimes are disorientated. Sometimes the words they tell me are meant for others in the room or need more clarification that you can help me with. So please treat me as the vessel for thoughts and let me translate them for you. In fact, I'm hearing some words right now. A sudden death, leaving a window behind. Oh, how tragic. The woman who had been crying into her handkerchief in the lobby raises her hand. This man left the world all too soon, and his betrodden wife could not move on yet. I believe his wife is in the audience with us, aren't you? Yes, my husband passed away recently. He's in the room with us. Some people audibly gasped at her words. He's here. I see. Oh dear, you tried your best, didn't you? Caring for him even in his sickness. Yes, he suddenly came down with an illness. Before I knew it, he said he cannot be with you any longer, but even more saddened to see in such a state. He wishes you well and hopes you will move on, that you will keep living in his memory. Yes, yes, of course. He's too kind, even now. The woman starts sobbing into her handkerchief again, trying her best to maintain some composure. Amazing. I am overjoyed I could help deliver such a happy message. Even across the veil, I can receive and deliver such messages. Now, what is the next message? She closes her eyes and starts muttering a chant to herself. I'm hearing a name. So many names at once. This would be difficult. Something that starts with an R, maybe an M. That's very common for some mediums to start doing initials like that. The man across the table from the proprietress perks up. An M name. Yes, a name that starts with an M. Perhaps Matthew. Perhaps a Michael. Mark. See, let me go ahead and pause here. I knew that this is a sham already because you already have this dude who's probably her helper sitting over here where my camera is covering his face, who will walk around the room, what their issue is, what they're here, who they're hoping to talk to, and will relay this message over to the medium. I really don't think she's a true medium. Who will craft stories based on the stories they heard, and the good ones would try to like help console them in a way, like help them move on from a situation, while other fake mediums will go ahead and just extort them for all of their goods. And usually, such mediums will do like initials like that. Most names do have like M starting names, and it's very common to like ask for something like that. I like watching a particular medium who just doesn't do those type of things, who does do tarot. I'm a tarot reader myself. From what I gather, they don't do something like this at all. So already I have no trust in Camilla whatsoever. And I feel like this kid is going to like be extorted for his money or something, I don't trust this at all. Michael, yes. He's someone close to you, isn't he? A brother. No, your son. Yes, my son, Michael. Another tragic death, I can tell. Gone far before his time. It was an accident, wasn't it? Yes, our son died in childbirth not long ago. It wasn't your fault. Nothing you could have done would have prevented this. Your son wants you to move on from this. The spirits are telling me your next child will live past childbirth. That's quite a statement to make in that time period where there's no vaccines. Ooh. Really? Thank you. Thank you so much. But on the other hand, it is helpful to help people move on through their grieving process, have a little bit of hope. But I feel like it's a false hope, filled with lies, and it's not really settling well with me. The Esper gracefully dips her head with a cordial smile as the other guests clap. Wow, she's able to communicate with the dead and tell the future. Let us have a moment of silence while the spirits speak to me about our next guest. Yes. Oh, how my heart aches at hearing this. A missing friend. A young child, a young girl, perhaps. Let me listen to the spirits a moment longer. Yes, a young girl, perhaps a sister. No, a close friend. Yes, I'm looking for my best friend. Oh, how sweet. You ran away from home to look for your dear friend. I'm not a runaway. I'm an orphan. Your friend is somewhere far away from here. It will take you a while to find her. The spirits tell me you'll find her, but she'll be resistant to going home. Why? That is all the spirits are telling me at this moment. I can tell, though, that you will find her safely. I'll find her. I'm going to find Lucy. Carmilla straightens her shoulders and starts muttering more chants, bringing everyone back to focus on her. See, she already messed up. She was the one that said, oh, it's your neighbor. He injected that information to her. And when she said, oh, yes, you ran away from home, he said, no, I'm an orphan. Two incorrect statements here. The spirits are getting more active now. Even more clear, perhaps. There's a woman, a beautiful young woman. They're telling me she has a lover, or maybe someone who would like to be. A young man sits up, now alert. Whoops. Hold on, let me show you what it looks like here. I'm assuming this is one of our characters that we're going to involve ourselves with. Her name is eluding me, though. I'm hearing many names right now. Josephine, Julia, Genevieve. Does she have several middle names, perhaps? My girlfriend. Of course. Your girlfriend. The spirits are telling me you're troubled about your relationship. Yes, I've been thinking of proposing to her. Her family's opposed, aren't they? But the spirits also tell me you're having your own problems with her, aren't you? Yeah. When I brought up the idea of us getting married, she started growing distant. Why? She closes her eyes once more to chant. I feel she may have found someone else. Someone her family's more approving of. She doesn't want to upset you. If she wants to be with someone of a higher social status, it would be best to move on. I'm sorry for this turn of events. See, I don't know if that is true or not. Or if she's making a quick judgment based on his looks. Or maybe like it's such a small community word gets around and maybe she's helping him move on. I really don't know. I don't trust that information. The man chuckles to himself. I guess it's good it was never serious then. In fact, I'm glad she doesn't even exist. Whatever do you mean? I'm saying none of that is true. Your cold reading is decent, but it cranes when someone gives you assistant fake information. You gather basic information based on how they look. A woman alone in black crying is most likely mourning for her husband, and then get your assistant to find further details. There we go! I like this dude already. For the people your assistant doesn't have time to get, you start making general guesses and hone in on details depending on their responses. It's easy for you to take money from people in agony, isn't it? Is this true, madam? This was all fake? Of course not. Timothy, escort the charlatan out. It's the pot killing the kettle black when pushed into a corner. What a farce. I knew we shouldn't have come here. The grieving man escorts his wife, now sobbing, out into the lobby. Wait! I can deliver my messages for you from beyond. The lies are only soothing when they think they're true. Out! Out, the lot of you! Why, me too? Oi! I can see myself out. The young man lands flat on the pavement. Too little too late, though, as behind him the other guests filed out of the establishment. What do I do now? I was going to ask her where Lucy might be. So the kid doesn't really understand this was all fake? Oh. What's that guy looking my way for? Hey kid, you should be more careful about where you go. There are con artists like that all over nowadays. His clothes are dirty, and he talks with such an accent. And look at all the women he may cry. I don't trust him one bit. Cecil? Come on now. Seriously? She was a charlatan. Then, why you stop by? He pulls out a coin and flips it. Payday. A local gave me some spare change to defraud them. Huh? So you really don't care, do you? Care about what? Not letting vulnerable people hear false promises? Thank you. I love this dude. I like him already. Those people coming here who lost people, they had them taken away from them. They're not going to get closure like this. They're going to keep coming back hoping to hear more false words from the ones they lost. And those leeches will keep taking their money. When you reach that stage, all you want is 5 more minutes with them. But that 5 minutes would never be enough. They're not giving them hope. They're just prolonging their grief and profiting from it. The other visitors have mostly left, but I can still see the grieving widow sobbing into her handkerchief. She just wanted to hear from her husband one more time. And I just want to find Lucy. How do you do it then? Do what? Tell her was bull? It's not that hard to read people make generalizations about them. You, though, you're an open book to cold read. What does that mean? Oh, let's see. You're about what? 12? 13? You said you're looking for your friend, right? You only recently started looking for her, maybe in the past day or two? You're from nearby, but you don't get out much. After all, you're from a rich family. Probably not a noble, though. Your money, maybe? I'm an orphan. Not in those clothes, you aren't. After a couple of nights of sleeping outside, you'll get dirt on your clothes. After several weeks, your boots will get scuffed. Look at you. You look like you just stepped out of a tailor. Okay, so he was hiding he's an orphan. Somehow this lady was right that he was a runaway. But I guess it's because you analyze people and their behaviors, just like Sherlock Holmes. He's going to turn me in for being a runaway. I've got to get away. Whoa, wait, where are you thinking you're going? I can't go home until I find her. Then we can go home together. I want to take a moment to really appreciate the artwork here. I don't know if it's a filter or they really took the time to create this impressionistic vibe of the background, but I love it so much because it fit with the time period that they're in. You know, with the impressionist art that was coming out by Monet and Renoir. I really love what they did here. If they did it by hand, even by digital hand, this is amazing. And if it was a filter, this is really well done. I just love everything about this. I don't want to go home until then. Did I outrun him? Who's there? Kids shouldn't be running around on their own. These guys look even shadier than that lout back there. Move aside. I haven't had fresh blood in a while. Oh! So really vampires? Says just scrawny kid. But he'll do. Vampires! Oh. So not only vampires are real, but people know they exist? And it's also daylight? Father always said there's something worse than a vampire. Someone who has become a ghoul. But now, what do I do? Come on. A low blood wouldn't kill you if you don't struggle. The vampire snatches my arm. Huh? Ah! The hell was that? What was that? That was some kind of flash, and he touched my arm. Damn it. See, this is why you shouldn't run off. Go to a blood bar if you're thirsty. You're not getting any blood here. That what you think? Looks like I'll have 2 meals today. Blazes, he's got a gun. Move aside, kid. Ooh. That looks cool. I really love that. With a shove, I landed on the dirt a few feet behind the man as he brandishes a gun at the vampires. The flashes for the gun's muzzle are about all I can make out in the chaos. The man seems unfazed and keeps knocking the vampires to the ground before they can get a hit in. A shiv almost hits the man's shoulder. Almost. He topples one vampire down by knocking their legs down while shooting at another. There's no blood. What is he shooting them with? Another strike, another hit. Try as they might, the vampires can't seem to get a hit on the young man. Ugh. The head vampire lunges at the young man and tackles him to the ground. Even after 2 shots to the chest, the man can't shake him. Wait! I ran past the groaning vampires on the ground to get to the man and the leader. It might not be much, but I got to do something. I used my weight to shove the leader off the man, but he's quick to his feet again. Just a minute ago he looked mostly normal, but now there's a visible bloodlust in his demeanor. Get out of my way. He tears past the man and focuses right back on me. Get away from me. This guy just won't stop. I tried to kick him away, but his unfazed only comes closer. Instinctively, I threw my hands up to defend myself. That flash again. Why is there a reaction when I touch him? Kid, are you alright? Okay, so Cecil has some sort of superpower. Whenever he gets touched by a vampire, this young man is some sort of supernatural detective of sorts, I guess. Or at least working to deal with the supernatural stuff. Yes. What was that flash? Around us, the vampire gang is laid out on the ground. Wait, I do like how in the prior scene when he was talking about something else, I forgot what it is already. I like that his eyes looked off to the corner and then like back into center. It's a very small thing, but I really love it when visual novels do something like that. It's just the little details that I really, really love. Oh, and I keep forgetting that this is the narration. It's a little bit difficult because it is in first person, and you also have the thoughts of the protagonist. While it's also in first person, and it's just a little bit hard for me to like figure out what to voice and what not to voice. So apologies from here on out. Looks like the leader here turned in rage at the thought of a fresh blood. A little too common, honestly. Thanks. What was that? I said thank you. Yeah, see, right here. I love that look. Really well done. I guess a rich kid like you doesn't have much to thanks for, huh? You lads alright? A group of coppers ran up to us, waving their batons. You know, if it was from a rich family, who wouldn't call them coppers? We heard a mighty clamor from this way. Ha! Johnny, get on your feet. The lead vampire groans on the ground while a handful of coppers start handcuffing the men. Well, looks like you lot aren't hurt at least. Been on high alert recently for vampire attacks. So it's been a big enough common problem where even the local police force is aware, and the common layperson is also aware of the vampire attacks. Okay, so vampires are really common in this world. Why is that? There's been an increase in them? There's reports of rash attacks a couple of cities south of here, round Larenburg, saying there's some kind of serial attacker at a college or something. We'll take these louts in for now. Stay safe out there. A series of attacks. That sounds like what Lucy was looking into. Oh, so Lucy didn't run away. She was looking into these things. Thanks for your help, but I gotta be off now. And where's that to? To get attacked again? To look for my friend, of course. She'd been rather interested in vampire attacks recently, so that may be where she's gone. It's about time I leave town too. Sounds like we're heading in the same direction now. I'm gonna have some old guy trailing me. That's creepy. I'm barely 23. And besides, that's where my partner is. What? Your partner in crime? You keep running around on your own and you'll be shipped back to your estate before you know it. Or worse, some vampire's meal. The name's Nemo. Ooh, I love that name. If you want, we can travel to Laurenburg together. What a weird name. The man holds out his hand. Do I shake this? I'm running low on money. When I tried to board the train, I was turned around until I found my mummy. The coppers keep looking at me funny when I tried to get my bearings straight. Alright, I'll go with you. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Right off the bat. Oh, now we're in Nemo's head. Okay, this is cool. I love multiple POVs. I got a little money in my pocket. A runaway kid with no common sense and no way to get the gems I was looking for. And top it off, I'm already heading home. This week is going swell. If there really is a rash of attacks on campus, then the faster I can get back, the better. Scott might have my neck for returning empty-handed, but he'll have to forgive me. Stopping vampire attacks comes before research. Okay, so Scott is his partner in crime. And they are dealing with vampires. Also, something about a gym. I love how the story's leaving breadcrumbs. And that makes me really happy. Once one question is solved, another one comes up, and I really love that. Where are we going? You made a fuss when I took a couple of bills for that posh, so I thought we'd try something. Free. You mean legal? Legal, sure. It's not like that chap's gonna miss a couple of bills anyway. Hey, you reckon that? It's his money. This is gonna be a long week. And that's if we can get to the train fast enough. If you want to do this more frugally, then we got to do some searching. Why a pub? When you want to know something, you go to a pub. Well, you can when you're older. Say it's off for a bit, okay? If someone comes up to you, ignore them and walk inside. Yeah. And don't wander off. Are you going to go yet? You ran headfirst into an alley and immediately got jumped by vampires. I can't assume you know anything about staying safe. Alright, I won't be long. The tavern's in a lull as it's midday. The patrons inside are all in their own corners while the barmaids are getting ready for a long shift as night approaches. Only a handful of women are behind the bar, but the rest are cleaning up or walking around in the back. Sasha. Nemo, what brings you out this way? Sightseeing. Running some errands, the lot. I'm trying to head south. You know anyone heading that way? I think there was a family leaving out for Oxbow today. Are they? I thought this was France. Is this France? They were staying at Maria's Inn. They might still be there. Thank you. I give her a peck on the cheek and walk towards the front door. Next time you're in town, stop by and I might have some work for you. Sure, as long as it's not being a bouncer again. I wave to her and head out. Well, do you found something? Does he still have an attitude because I copped a few bills? There's a family heading south. If we hurry, we might catch them before they leave town. And steal their carriage? And ask for a ride. I don't steal everything, you know. If I remember right, Maria's Inn is only a couple of blocks down. If you want to get anywhere free, then you better offer up some physical work in return. What does that mean? Say, physical labor is when you use your arms and legs to do the hard work, like farming or lifting crates. I know what physical labor is. Then you got an idea already. Traveling through the countryside isn't as simple as just sitting in a carriage until you arrive. Of course for you it probably is, but not for the rest of us. If he pouts any longer, his face will stay that way forever. Maybe he's one of those kids who stays angry until he's fed. You've been out before, haven't you? What do you mean? Of course I left home before. Alright. Where to? Around town. Huh. Don't act all smug. I've been to town plenty of times. I even been with Father on his business trips a couple of times. And where was that to? Well, we took a train. Did you ever get off the train? Yes. Briefly. It was somewhere in the mountains. There were trees every which way. I've been places, okay? Okay. But clearly not alone. My maid Annie was always with me. Oh, you got a maid all to yourself. She's the family maid. She just mostly looks after me. What do you think she's doing now? Frantically running around the state. Don't suppose she'd come looking for you, do ya? Sounds like we got to get a move on then. so there is a time limit. Make a way past a pop-up market on the side of the street. I love an apple right now, but I finally got the kid's mind off of my last pilfering. This part of town definitely was more familiar now that I'm looking around. It's been a couple of years, but it's coming back to me. I haven't been here since... Hey, mister! You can't just call me Nemo, you know. Why are you helping me? Oh, it's a fair question. But how do I answer it? You ran away to help someone else. Sure, you seem spoiled as hell, but you're not a spoiled brat. And you remind me of my little sister when she was younger. Naive, but earnest. You have a sister? Just had to keep talking, didn't I? Had, oh. The kid looks away awkwardly. Well, enough of that conversation. Looks like we're here. I point to the building across the street. A somewhat dodgy looking but well-meaning inn run by an older couple. Out in front is a carriage that a young man is packing, and it looks like our ride is still here. What do you plan on doing? Come on. Oi! I raise my cap at the man, who promptly stops what he's doing to wave our direction. Good day, gentlemen. Can I help you with something? I was actually looking if you needed help loading. That would be much obliged. What would it cost us? We're just looking to travel south of here to get to the train station in Tredear. He holds out a hand. Sounds like a deal then. Okay, so we're on the road. Oh, not yet. Okay, so we're starting to get there. Nemo immediately goes to the crates on the ground and starts lifting them like they're nothing. I tried the same thing, but I can't even get one off the ground. Why don't you go sit over there while we do this? He nods over to the front steps of the inn where a woman is sitting with a small toddler. Okay. Good morning. I never actually talked to a lady before alone like this. Annie doesn't count. Lissy definitely doesn't count. I gotta be the perfect gentleman. Hi. Hi. What's your name? Cecil. Cecil, what a nice name. My name's Elizabeth, and that's my husband Eustace. And this little one is Owen. She raises the arms of the toddler who's sitting beside her, causing the child to start giggling. All I do is nod awkwardly. Come here and sit down. Your hair is a little bit messy. A growing young man should always keep a comb in his back pocket. She strokes her fingers through my hair, attempting to straighten it out. What? Oh my goodness, the cute little blush! Oh, so cute! I'm just cleaning you up a bit. It's alright. Even if you don't have a home, you should try to keep your hair straight. It'll make you feel better. She continues running her fingers through my hair. Her hands are so warm. If you don't have a comb, start running your fingers through your hair from the bottom and work your way up slowly. You'll get more knots out that way. Oh, I do know that. She straightens my tie. Do you have any parents? I can't give her an impression of a runaway, but how do I answer her? Oh, I didn't mean to upset you. She pats my head. No one's done that before. Where are you and your brother heading to? We're not brothers, Wait. They found out we're not related, then they might call the coppers on me. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are you and your friend headed to? We're looking for my best friend. She's been missing for a couple of weeks now. Oh no. I do hope she's okay. We have a little guest joining us here. This is Blondie. She likes sleeping on my lap during this time. If you've never seen her before, she loves coming in during the Twitch streams. I'll find her. Don't worry. She rests her hand on her lap and smiles at me. I'm sure you will. Have you ever been out this way? I haven't. He has, but this place is all new to me. Chin up. Upright at her words. You seem so focused on finding a friend, but remember not to lose sight of the road ahead of you. Look around you and enjoy the view. I pray you'll cherish the journey. That should be it. The man dusts off his pants and waves towards us. Beloved, we're done. Let's head out so we can get a fair away before nightfall. And we don't know if they're like normal people or vampires or whatever the heck. Ooh, I don't know who's who, so I'm assuming it's Nemo. The road is a little bumpy, but it blazes better than going by foot. Cecil looks mildly terrified by the whole we're in a rickety wooden carriage thing. He must be used to those fancy closed carriages. Huh. Maybe I should start a conversation. We don't know anything about the couple, really. Why would you? Why would you do that? Let just people be, you know? Then again, that's me being an introvert. I like having privacy. Thank you for letting us ride with you two. Thank you for help loading everything. We were staying in town long enough to get my son checked out by the doctor there. So now we're heading home. What brings you two south? We're trying to get home too. Laurenburg to be exact. Well, my home at least. Laurenburg. I heard it's beautiful during the fall. It definitely is. Where do you call home? Oxbow. It's quaint compared to Laurenburg, but the countryside is worth it. I have a wonderful workshop out there. Shop? You a blacksmith? An inventor. Nice. I love that. Truth be told, I brought a few of my inventions with me to town to find a seller while we were here. I told you the answer was going to be no. I was multitasking, dear. If I had, though, what a wonder. What kind of inventions have you made? What have I made? Would you ask a painter what they have painted? My, what have I not made? Here, look with your own eyes. The man hurriedly yanks a bag from behind him and passes it to Cecil. Cecil timidly shifts through the bag, pulling out a variety of items to further inspect carefully. I grab one item that catches my eye. It looks like, well, it's hard to describe. At least with the other items, I can imagine a potential use for them. What's this? That, my boy, is a tool to subdue vampires. Really? How good is it? I don't know yet. Soon, though. I will be able to test it. I just need to find a volunteer. That's not happening. Not with that attitude, it's not. In theory, it should work. In theory. Vampires have heightened senses. Not by an outrageous amount, but heightened nonetheless. Most notably, they reported having a heightened sense of smell. This might normally be an advantage to them, but with anything you can flip an advantage upside down. Overwhelm their senses. Exactly. For us folks in the countryside, it's normal to put up garlic around our doors to ward off vampires. However, it's not the garlic that does the trick. Garlic is something easy to get and very pungent. It won't kill them, but they certainly don't like it. I suppose if you stuff enough of something terribly smelling, it can incapacitate one briefly. Especially if they're hit with it all at once. Cecil looks back and forth at us, wide-eyed. And that's what this item does. Stuff it with garlic, peppers, the lot, close it up, and hold it near any vampire coming your way. Of course, you should only use it against hostile ones, but if they could all manage their tendencies, then we wouldn't need this now, would we? Sadly true. Have you tried anything else to work against vampires? I wanted to tinker with the effects of specific gems on them and how we can dilute them. But, well, money's tight. Okay, so that answered one aspect of the question. Why he's getting gems? Because they have specific effects on vampires. So I suspect Nemo and maybe his friend Scott are vampire hunters. And I'm not giving you my gems for your arts and crafts. I wonder the same thing. Right now I'm working with a professor. Oh, Scott is a professor? On researching the effects of precious metals and natural gems on vampires. Some gems definitely hurt vampires, might kill them, but we haven't narrowed down the list enough. Not exactly easy or cheap to get gems, you know? Why gems? Why can't they hurt vampires? Now we're getting to the lore of the world. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. That's harder to say. You can speculate about it, though. Certain gems have been used for millennia for different spiritual uses, like warding off evil. I had read something like that in my studies. There are some gems that hurt vampires. Just a small touch is like burning them. Some gems have been described for others' uses than just warding evil, though. They might be fairy tales, but we want to try them out. It's a small lead towards a cure to vampirism. Cure? Haha! Cure to vampirism would be worth more than any gem on Earth. Definitely. Can't imagine any worse fate than having to rely on a constant supply of blood, becoming feral if you can't get any. That's why they have blood bars, to try to make it legal and help them out. Getting into an all-fire rage and attacking anyone near you? Huh? Sorry, I'll get a little carried away. Speaking of gems, I pulled out my gun and unload a couple of bullets. These bullets are made to hurt vampires. They're made of rubber and dipped in liquidated gems. These in particular are aquamarine. Oh, that's why we saw that particular light when he shoots. Nice. I love it. Also matches eyes. Whoa. So these are what you use to take out those guys. They were real pretty. Oh my goodness, the little cat face. I love that. Since they're bullets, they pack a bunch. They have to touch skin before they're fully effective. It's a beauty for sure. That gun of yours is very ornate too. A family heirloom. Just something I had for a long time. I tucked it away before you can inspect it anymore. Better safe than sorry. Cecil handed me the bullets back, still transfixed on them. Does he really like gems? He rubs his eyes and yawns. Huh, had a long morning? Sit back and relax. We'll be stopping in for a few hours. Yeah, travel was a lot slower back then. And so is news. Alright, I'm gonna do one more chapter before I call it. Here you go. The woman hands me a pair of blankets. I stare at her blankly. When the man said we're stopping here for the night, it didn't really set in that we'd actually be sleeping out here until now. The man tends to a fire near the cabin. Nema's a few feet away, setting up another fire. Why are you making another fire? Warmer. And I'd rather not sleep too close to strangers. You're free to sleep anywhere. Or wherever. Sakes alive. Sakes alive, we're really sleeping outside in the middle of nowhere. Mind handing me one of those blankets? Oh. I was kind of hoping they were both for me. Ever had a sleepover? A what? You know, when you invite people over and you sleep on the floor. Why would we sleep on the floor when I have enough beds? Nemo mutters something under his breath and unfolds the blanket. Watch how I do this. He holds two of the corners and throws it in the air. Oh, that's what Annie does with the blankets. After you do that, take some loose dirt for a pillow. Or you could use your arm, I guess. Annie would be horrified. What about animals? The fire should keep most animals away. And bugs? You already got one on you. Where? Oh, I'm kidding. You'll get bugs on you. That's inevitable. I don't want bugs near me. He strokes the fire and sits down on his blanket. I reluctantly take off my shoes and do the same. I guess this is like falling asleep by the fireplace, except more bugs. No plush chairs. Don't sweat it so much. I slept outside more times than I can count. Are you homeless? Do I look that disheveled to you? No, my home is in Laurenburg. I'll show it to you when we get there. You have family there? Oh, it depends on your definition of family. It's all about found family. I don't have any blood relatives. None? None. My mother died in childbirth. My father died in a factory accident a few years later. After that, I was on my own. The orphanages were glorified prisons for children. I stayed in a couple of them, but some were worse than the streets. Overcrowded, hostile. Met all sorts of orphans and runaways back then. Fires, disease, mine collapsed. Mechanical failures. What about you? I don't have any siblings, just my parents. What would it be like to wake up and have another person in the next room over? To live with someone else, your age. What's so special about this friend of yours? What's special about her? Everything. She's like a doll. She always looks so elegant. She's my best friend. We're always visiting each other. We even do some homeschooling work together. There's nothing like about Lucy. Lucy, eh? I hope you find her. Thank you. Now get some rest. Try not to turn over into the fire. I'm not that close to it. Right? Night. Alright, that is probably where I'm going to stop. If y'all like this, please do let me know by hitting the like button. Also leave a comment if you want to talk about this game. Can't wait to see where this goes. This is already shaping up to be a wonderful story. Excellent artwork, beautiful background. I can't wait to see what happens here. So, I'll see you next time. Bye!